Today we're going to be extruding a text in Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead over to my search bar and open Adobe Photoshop. I am then going to go to File, New. I'm going to title my first name. Hit OK. I'm then going to select text in the toolbar, and I'm going to type my name. And I'll make the font a little bigger. I'm then going to go over to my layers and make sure that my text is selected. And I'm going to go up to 3D and click New 3D Extrusion from Selected Layer. When I select my text, it shows that I have created a single mesh. Just like right here. If I want more than one mesh in my text, I'm going to go to 3D and I'm going to hit Split Extrusion. And then I'm going to hit OK. I can identify each individual mesh by selecting each letter, or I can go into my 3D layer and identify each letter from there, which is located in the right-hand corner. And as you can see, my K is at the bottom, and from the top, for some reason, the E is up there, and then we can go from L, and Y is the 5. So I'm going to go back to my first letter, and the options I have for the mesh are to catch shadows, I can cast them, or I can make the letter invisible. Also, if I want to work with the mesh, I can hold down Control and then click on the letter and work from there. To deform my mesh, I'm going to click on the second option in my Properties panel. This panel also allows me to manipulate the extrusion depth among a few other things. I can apply multiple effects to the mesh in the Properties bar, or by just having the letter selected and highlighted the various options. And as you can see, all of the various effects show up when highlighted. To extrude each letter, I'm going to manipulate it by moving my mouse up and down. If I want to taper a letter, I do that by moving either forward or backward. And here I can also twist the letter. And if I go into my Properties panel under Deform, I can also have the option to bend or to make the letter shear. So we're going to make that one shear, and then we will bend the Y, which is located towards the middle. To cap the text, I need to be in the third group in my Properties panel. Here I have the option to manipulate my text from the front, back, or front to back. And right now I have front and back selected. I can also play around with the bevel angle and width, which I can manually do that, moving it side to side, making it have a larger width. And up here in the Properties panel, you can also mess around with that. And if I want to change the inflation, I will also manually move that up and down. Or it is also in the Properties panel as well. If I want to play around with the coordinates, I'm going to go to my fourth options in the properties panel, and I can either type them in, just like that, or again, I can manually move them